Hey, what's up, everyone? Steve and Chris here. Welcome to episode 12 of the Steve and the Hood present Boston Sports podcast. I'm your host, Steve Thompson, joined by Chris the Hood Blackie. Got a lot to talk about tonight, but let's go ahead and tell you where you can find us. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Libsyn.com, hopefully soon Spotify. We're working on that. You can find our website, www.diehardbostonsportsfans.com. You can find the podcast on there as well. Also, check out our cool merchandise that we have on there. If you want to see some up in person, go to Postal Center in Lee, New Hampshire. Tell EUI sent you. We got some cool shirts and stuff there as well. So, thanks in advance for listening. So, how's everything going, Chris?
Oh, it's going as well as it can go, I suppose. Rough night yesterday, but here we are.
Oh, yeah, that was brutal. And freaking 5 minutes into the season, Hayward goes down. I don't know about you, but that's probably one of the ugliest injuries I've ever seen on a basketball court.
Well, for sure. On the basketball court, definitely. It's just, what are you going to do? It's just so typical Boston luck. I mean, what are you going to do? What I didn't really understand about the whole thing is what Irvin was thinking. Like, we were talking off air about it. Why was he trying to get the ball down low to him for a lob like that when he had two guys on him? I mean, it was a dead play. I mean, I didn't understand the concept behind that. And then to try and do that again tonight, it's like, don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like those types of plays either. I mean, obviously, LeBron, I definitely don't think he was trying to take him out. Not really sure what Crowder was doing. Looked to me like he undercut him when he was in midair. But, I mean, obviously nobody's going to try to shatter somebody's ankle. But, like you said, it's tough to see somebody go down.
Crowder was running his mouth an awful lot last night, I noticed, on the court. And they talked to Horford about it after the game. He's like, well, we played them again. So clearly he irritated them on some level. Whatever they were saying, they weren't willing to talk about. So who knows? But bad blood's brewing again between the two teams.
Yeah, good.
I mean, it's very evident. I mean, the Celtics had a chance to win that game yesterday. I believe wholeheartedly if Hayward doesn't go down, they win that game walking away. Especially, look what happened in the third quarter. The Cavaliers came out flat. I mean, and all the momentum was for Boston. I believe they win easily yesterday. It's game one, so it's kind of hard to say, well, this is what's going to happen. But, boy, they looked awful old to me last night. Cleveland, that is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Derrick Rose, you think he lasts the full season? I think he'll be lucky to get to January, honestly.
No kidding. He's always it was just a weird game in general. Jeff Green getting offensive rebounds for the first time in his career.
Right.
Like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, he played some valuable minutes, too.
Oh, yeah. And then something that was overlooked that wasn't really talked about was that three-pointer at the buzzer by Rose. You take that away, you're going into overtime. So yeah. I like the fight that they had, but it feels like they let one slip away. But what are you going to do? I mean, shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trademark of teams coached by Stevens. They always play with a ton of heart. They never give up. When it seems like they have no chance in hell of coming back or, just folding the 10 after what happened. They come out guns blazing in the third, and before you know it, it's a 1-point game. I'm like, holy crap. And then I'm thinking to myself, with 3 minutes left, I'm like, wow, they're really going to pull this off. And then LeBron took over. But like you said, impressive performance by them. They're in a tight one tonight against Milwaukee. Hopefully they pull this one off.
His usual 5 steps moves, LeBron's noted for getting away with. I mean, why even bother dribbling the ball? He should just
he wouldn't
walk
have
around.
to. They probably wouldn't even do anything if he didn't.
It's crazy. The whole thing is just annoying, and clearly the whole Hayward injury really took a huge effect on the team because they were just flat after that happened for pretty much the rest of that time. I mean, they didn't really get the composure back until late second quarter, really.
Oh, yeah.
At halftime, they came out there a different team, so, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see something like that, it's just very gruesome to see. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, if everything goes well, you have him back this year. I think there's a shot at that.
Yep.
But I don't really want to rush him back. I mean, I'd rather have him sit out than rush back and re-injure himself.
Right. Yeah, Steven said tonight it dislocated his ankle, fractured tibia. No ligament damage as far as I can tell before they actually, do the surgery and fix it. So
well, that's a plus right there.
Yeah, good news on the no ligament damage. Yeah, because if he had ligament damage, he'd probably be out a year plus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He looked like he was handling it better than the players and the crowd and everything. He was just on the ground like, oh, my God. What the hell is going on here? Looking down, honestly, in pain, but I had an injury similar to that where my right foot kind of cocked off to the side, like in a 90-degree angle almost. And it was just like numb. The pain was so severe. It's almost like my body went into shock, but...
Right. Yeah, I mean, watching that game after it happened, I don't know about you, but like for a while after the game, the game was going on, and I was kind of in shock just thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, who expects that? He, aside from Irvin, and that's another thing. What happens if the Celtics don't pull off that trade for a Kyrie Irving right now, and you were going in with what you have initially planned, and this Hayward injury happens like this? How bad a shape are you in now?
Oh, horrible.
Think about that for a second. Yeah. You're screwed.
I
think combine Tatum, Brown, in the bench, you might be able to make up for it because it's going to take a total team effort to make that for what Hayward, brings to the table point-wise, assists, and the regular stats. But Jesus, if that trade doesn't happen now, oh my God, you're in rough shape.
Oh yeah, yeah, they'd be lucky
out Irvin and Thomas at this point.
Yeah, they'd be lucky to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, it would be just a disaster. I mean, he was the chip. Everyone's like, all right, we got who we wanted. Everyone pretty much, it was like a foregone conclusion to a lot of people. Okay, Hayward's coming to Boston. This is the plan. We're going to go here, and we're going to start making our move after we get Hayward in. Like you said, 5 minutes in, boom, disaster happens. It's like, of course, only in Boston could something like that happen. And like I said earlier in that group, credit to C.J. Oliveri. The Madden curse is real. They can't get Brady, so they're taking in. It's going to other teams. Now, Hayward goes down. Rask got hurt today. The Bruins are injured all over the place. Edelman's out. It's like, okay, so we can't get Brady. We're just going to take everyone else out in the city and suck the life out of you.
Yeah. Oh, Chris Hogan's dinged up, too.
I see.
Yeah.
It's real, I'm telling you. The Madden curse is as real as the Chris curse.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, it just kind of morphed into a different thing.
Right.
Crazy.
I mean, you figure Brady is like Zeus, so you're not going to, nothing's going to bother him. So now it's like, okay, let's just take the life out of you in other areas. It even affects the Red Sox. Hanley had left shoulder surgery done. Pedroia pulled the knee surgery. Erod had knee surgery. He can't pitch for 6 months.
Yeah, that's Erod. We knew he was kind of dinged up, but 6 months, that seems pretty severe.
Yeah. you're looking at now. I mean, if he had surgery yesterday, 6 months, so that's April when it starts. So you're probably realistically not going to see him till June.
Right. Yeah, because he doesn't have spring
he's
training.
He's going to do rehab.
Wow.
He's essentially going to be having his spring training when they're already starting their season. In a nutshell.
Yeah, so he'll need like a good. Wow.
Unreal.
Yeah, he'll need a good month and a half, 2 months, just to get ready. Jeez.
I'm just using June as a buffer. It might be even later.
Yeah, I got you.
Who knows if he has any? Who even knows if he has any setbacks along the way?
Ugh. Crazy.
They need help too. This is a very important off season for them too. Bruins. I'm not Bruins, but the Red Sox.
Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on the Celtics before we jump into the Red Sox?
Well, we should probably get to Rich's question that he emailed us.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, email us, steve.inthehood@comcast.net. It's our mailbags. You have a question for us, email it to that each week. We'll give you a shout out on air. So,
yeah.
His question. What's that?
No, I said we'll start putting it on Twitter like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
They have time if they're interested. We can go through them and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Questions from Rich Gelman. Who do you see Brad Stevens looking to as a go-to player with Gordon Hayward out?
Well, you want me to answer first, or you want to go for it?
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away.
I think it's going to be a total team effort. Like I said earlier, I think you're going to look at Brown, Tatum, Marcus Smart. It's going to have to take a collective effort to produce what he does on the court. And the only silver lining I can see in this Hayward injury is it kind of speeds up the process with Tatum and Brown, giving them more minutes than they would have normally gotten with Hayward.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the youngsters as a whole, Nader, Yabu, and Tyson. Well, Tyson isn't really young, but he's new to the
team.
So
yeah.
You get my drift.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Tice is new to the team. He looks pretty decent so far. So.
Yeah.
The young guys, both, Jaylen Brown, he looks really good.
Jaylen Brown looks good, but there's still stuff about him that, I don't know, he just plays with reckless abandon at times, and I kind of like it and I don't. He seems out of control at times and in control at others.
Yeah.
Just the way he plays.
He's still young. It'll definitely get him in a little bit of trouble, but I guess I'd rather see him be that way more so than, being kind of like gun shy, so to speak.
Right.
But
gotta find a happy medium.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, last night when he was going in for that dunk, LeBron wanted no part of it.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been bothering me, that's been grinding my gears. Not just the Celtics, but the players in general. How many times are people going to keep trying to go up for a layup on James? Every single time someone goes for a layup, he stuffs them. Every time. You might just go for a dunk and try to do it that way. Chances are he's going to get out of the way. He doesn't want to collect a foul.
Right.
So just go for the slam. Never mind this little dipsy doodle crap. Go in there and stuff it.
That's a good point.
I mean, Tatum, the perfect analogy. He could have easily slammed that ball yesterday. He does a little floater, and he's like, forget it. Get it out of here. Just stuff the damn thing. Never mind this little bunny bull crap. Slam it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, as far as for me, who do I think needs to step up a little bit more? I think it's got to be Kyrie to start. First couple. Yeah, I mean, obviously all of them are gonna have to step up, like you said, a team effort. But I mean, he's one of the veterans. I know he's new to the team, but he's been in the league. He's been to 2 or 3 finals. He hit the game-winning shot to beat Golden State in the finals. So he's been there, done that. I'd like to see him shoot more. He seems like he's trying to pass it too much. First game and a half, but I'd definitely rather see more shooting from him and less threes from Marcus Smart.
I think it's a situation where we kind of figured going in they were going to have to find their way and gel who's going to be what. And that's another thing with the Hayward injury. You have to almost start over now because you have to find, a replacement for him. So it's going to handicap you going forward to actually gel more. That's another part that hasn't really been touched on a whole hell of a lot. Kyrie wanted to be the man. Well, guess what? Here's your chance because you have to be the man now. You don't have anyone else to bail you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to be the man. You wanted the team. You got the keys to the city. Here you go. It's your team. Let's see what you got, like you said.
Yeah, fire when ready.
Feast or famine. I mean, if you had I don't know if he had a problem with Cleveland media. I mean, he's kind of a abnormality guy. He's kind of out there a little bit.
Right.
But if he had issues with the Cleveland media, he's going to have a hell of a time over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now the media loves him for good reason.
Oh, yeah, but like I said, you wanted to be the man, now you are.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, so
that's it for the Celtics.
Cool. Yeah, move on a little bit to the Red Sox. Pretty quiet for them other than the fact that they're doing their little managerial search. They've interviewed Alex Cora, Brad Ausmus, Gardenhire today. Pretty much the only ones that I know of so far. Dombrowski said, they have no plans as of right now to interview anybody else. No timetable on when they're going to name somebody, but probably to both of us, it sure seems like Alex Cora is going to be the next manager.
I don't think so.
Really?
I'm still sticking to I don't think so. I still believe that he's going to take Ausmus over Cora.
Ugh.
I just got that more than it's just a hunch. I could be wrong. Cora's the hot name right now. Everyone loves Cora. I got nothing really against Cora except he's never been a manager, period, other than the bench coach. He's played here as a ball player. But are you uneasy with someone getting their first crack at being a manager in the MLB in the Boston area? And on top of that, well, on top of that, Ausmus is a Dombrowski guy. And I think half the reason why he shit-canned Farrell is because he never was really his guy. And he wants his guy in that position.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I think that it's going to be Ausmus. But it's tricky because, we're saying right now, well, we don't really have plans to do any more interviewing. But you never know. Is it basically in a nutshell what he had said? Now, did any three of them really blow him away where he's just dumbfounded at the moment? Or what exactly is the holdup? Ausmus just said clean cold he wants nothing to do with the Mets job. Cora, I believe, has interviewed with the Mets too. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he has.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you hear reports where Cora's 99.9 the guy, but prime example, when Terry Francona was hired as the Red Sox manager, did you even hear his name until it happened?
Nah, if I remember right, it was kind of like out of the blue.
Exactly. So I'm not so sure. I still think it's going to be Ausmus who gets the job. I'm not crazy about it. But I think he wants someone who's his guy, someone he's familiar with, and someone with experience. So out of the three people, to me, Osmus is the most likely guy if you're going by that situation.
Yeah, it's just like he sucked with the Detroit media. He would get eaten alive here.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying he's a great choice. I mean, I'm saying to me, it feels like he's going to be the guy because he's Dave's guy. And I don't particularly like that sense, either, yeah. But
from that, yeah.
Dombrowski. To my knowledge, there's no surgery being planned. And then Rob's got a surgery. Hanley and Erod, they all have a surgery. Is he oblivious, or what the hell's going on with him?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's out in left field.
It's really simple with the Red Sox. They need another arm, and they need a bat, and they need a bat bad. And they got to figure out what the hell they're going to do with Pedroia. Because he's not an everyday player anymore. That's done with him. It's over.
Yeah,
people get attached to players. This isn't 2007 Pedroia. This is a shell of himself, essentially. He's got bad legs.
Oh, no question about it.
He was a great player for a long time, a soldier, but 162 is completely out of the question with him now. It's not going to happen. Concentrate on the bat, whoever that might be, Martinez, whoever. Get another arm.
Osmer.
And go from there. I mean, who knows? It could be anyone who ends up taking over at the manager's position, but I'm saying it's Osmus. Not that I'm happy about it, but that's my final prediction on that one.
Yeah, that's a tough
tomorrow one. You're thinking Cora, right? That's you've been going for Gabe Kapler. He can't even get a friggin' interview.
Yeah, I wanted Kapler, definitely. Yeah, he has minor league experience.
For a while. But
what's that?
You're thinking Core, I'm thinking Osmus, so it's going to be Gardenhire, basically.
Or like you said, someone out of left field that no one's even talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I just like Kapler because he's got minor league experience at least. He's familiar with the market. He's doing front office stuff right now, so he sees that side of it too. I know he hasn't been a major league manager, but I think he would do pretty good here. Players love him, past players.
What the hell's the harm in giving him an interview? If you're not sold on the three you already have, why not bring him in? Maybe he blows you away.
Yeah, and Veritek, too. It's like they're not even talking to him either, so it's either they don't like him or he's like not interested in managing yet.
I think it's probably they're not interested in him.
Right.
Who knows? Who really knows what the hell's going on there? Anyone's guess.
Yeah. We'll find out soon enough. Houston's decided to take the ALCS off, apparently.
I know. That's another that irritates me to no end. They go against the Red Sox.
Yeah.
The baseball's the size of a friggin' beach ball. They're hitting everything, putting up huge runs. They go against the Yankees and they can't hit the friggin' ocean.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Again, typical Boston October. It just is what it is. I think the Dodgers are going to smash whoever they play regardless, but...
I don't know. I hate to say it, but there's something about the Yankees.
Don't you say it.
They got a lot of heart, man. It's crazy. I still hate them. Don't get me wrong.
It cannot and will not ever cheer for New York, period. It will never happen.
Oh, God, no.
Never.
No.
9/11, yeah, huge tragedy. I'm not going to get political about, bring politics in this podcast at all. It'll never happen. I was still going for the Diamondbacks over New York.
Right.
Sure, it would have been a hell of a story if New York would have pulled it off. Couldn't do it. Still went for Arizona. The hatred is very real. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
I will not do it.
Like you, I'd never root for them, but there's just something about them that they don't quit. They seem to get big hits when they need to, like the old Yankee teams.
And it's just insufferable listening to these Yankee fans. Oh, we're going to the World Series.
Yeah.
In some ways, I hope they go to the World Series and they get thrashed. That way, it's like, okay,
yeah.
but we made it to the World Series, but you lost. You're the first place loser, which is worse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, who's pitching next for Houston? Verlander?
I believe so.
Yeah, so.
Both games at Houston now.
Yep,
That's
so.
if they get out of. That's if they can make it past 6, so I'll be 7.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Got anything else on the Red Sox?
No, I guess we'll do it for that. I get my blood flowing a little bit.
Yeah, so now on to the Bruins. I mean, struggling rightly. Rask got hurt at practice. Bjork ran into him. He looked woozy after it, so never really said, if it's a concussion or what, but Dobie's probably going to start net tomorrow night. So the injuries are piling up for the Bruins as well.
I mean, there's a lot of people already freaking out about the Bruins. Look, this is the reality of the situation. It's a youth movement. You're going to have a lot of nights like you've been seeing so far.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I would say, I would like to see a little bit more of a consistent effort from the players. Other than that, what you see is what you're going to get. This team's not a powerhouse. They're not going to be a powerhouse, this team, this year.
God, no. Yeah.
You give this team, I say 3 years. Some say 2. I'll go 3, maybe even 4, and you're going to have a nasty team, top to bottom.
Oh, no doubt.
All of the youth the youth right now looks great. DeBrusque, he looks fantastic right now.
Yep.
No complaints with him whatsoever from me.
No, me either. Yeah, I like what I see from him.
I mean, as far as the thing went with Rask today, what the hell was Bjork doing to make him crash into him, not paying attention?
They didn't really say into it.
Exactly. No one said exactly what happened.
Right. They said they were doing a hard drill, and he ran into him, knocked him over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And people bitch and moan about Rask like it's going out of style. Let him miss a lot of time and then see how much people start bitching. Of course, watch him start winning like crazy, but...
Right.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, Rask, it all goes back.
Rask is going to take you as far... Here. What's that?
It all goes back to the price tag for Tuca.
He's a lightning rod. People either love him or hate him. There's really not much in between.
No, I mean the whole elite goal.
With me, because I didn't really have hatred towards him. I get frustrated with him at times, but he's the best you got in that. Period. There's no debate in that. If you think that Dobie is a better overall goaltender than Rask, pass it on to me. That's all I can tell you. Because I can't figure that one out.
Yeah, strong stuff.
If you ain't kidding. But I like where they're heading overall. I like that Cassidy's switching things up. Today he had McAvoy with Chara, which I think was going to happen at some point regardless. Perfect sense. Carlo was with Chara last year, his first year. Chara's the most experienced defenseman. McAvoy is the least experienced. Perfect fit there. Carlo and Krug I like. Krug's more offensive-minded. Carlo's a stay-at-home defenseman. That's a perfect setup right there in my eyes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's anti-Claude. He's making moves. He's switching the lines up where he sees fit. And that didn't happen with Julian. So I love it from Cassidy.
Yeah, why not, right? See what works, see what sticks.
You got nothing to lose.
Right.
I think they know realistically they're not a cup contender.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
they're going to say the right. They're going to say the things that they feel they have to say, but they know deep down. I mean, Bruins fans just need to chill. It's going to be a long season. Just see what happens with the youth movement and go from there. But the future's bright for the Bruins down the road. That's the best thing I can tell Bruins fans as a whole. Chill. Just see what happens.
Yeah, we're Boston's fans. We're very passionate, sometimes irrational, but that's what we are. So.
Right. True.
Yeah. So at least Berge and Backus are back skating. So I don't think either one of them's been ruled out for tomorrow night. So that's good.
I think there's a chance Backus is going to play tomorrow, which I like him on that line he was with today with Corrali and Schaller. I think that's a pretty solid lineup. And that's a solid third line, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's pretty quick recovery for him if he comes back tomorrow. Jeez.
Right.
Because last week they were saying...
Backus.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously not getting into the Hall of Fame, but...
Right. I don't know. I don't got much more to say about the Bruins than just see what happens.
No, like you said, they're young. Mistakes are going to happen. Just hopefully they don't make the same ones constantly.
Right.
Learn from it, move on, get in the playoffs, maybe win a round, see what happens.
Yep, I'd say that's about sums it up.
Yep. So, move on to the Patriots a little bit. Things did not look good early against the Jets. Went down 14-0. The offense was puttering like you wouldn't believe. Defense, started off rough. Butler went for the interception, whiffed. Guy got a touchdown. Then they seemed to get their groove a little bit. Second quarter, like midway and then towards the end of the second quarter was better. Malcolm Butler had that pretty sweet interception, then it went down, I think it was 3 plays later, got the touchdown right before the half, so pretty surprising that they were actually tied at 14 at the half after the way they played in the first half.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're another team it's just been one of those weird seasons so far in the NFL where who's really sticking out, above the crowd at this moment? Every team is beatable. It's getting to that point where you're almost getting ready to flip into November where you really start to see what your team's made of.
Right.
It's I don't know. I can't figure this team out. And I can't pinpoint anything with them. I can't figure it out with them right now. They start to look good, and then they look like crap. The defense gave up, 17 to Tampa and 14 to New York, right?
No, 14 to Tampa and 17 to New York. Yeah.
And they're still 30th in points allowed. That's how bad the defense has been.
Yeah, it's coming down, though. They were last.
Yeah, well, they moved a spot. And they're going against Atlanta. Atlanta's got an offense, obviously. Julio and among the others.
Yeah, they've struggled this year, too.
It's going to be an interesting game. Yeah, they're sucking it up, too.
Yeah.
The Patriots are having one of those seasons that, I don't know, it just feels like they have to grind for everything, where along the way it was always effortlessly. Just like, okay, they're going to bury these guys, and they go out and beat them by 20 plus.
Yeah, well, I mean, it reminds me a lot of. Yeah. The offensive line was better against the Jets, I thought.
I think it was the best game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely a lot better. So we'll see how that does Sunday night.
We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah.
They're going to be there. I mean, they're talented enough.
Yeah.
They'll be within striking distance.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, after they gave up the 14 points, they looked pretty good until the fourth. Then they kind of went back a little bit. But
oh, such a screwy play, though, with a touchback.
Right. Oh, yeah.
As a Jets fan, I would have gone utterly berserk after that play. But you look at it, it's like, well, he didn't have – it's such a weird play because it looked like he lost possession and then he got possession. That's how it looked to me anyways.
Yeah, well, from what they said, it was because when he regained possession, he didn't land in bounds. That's what I gathered from it. It's just similar to the stupid catch rule. Like, who the hell knows what it is?
Right. There's nothing really clear cut. I mean, they're always trying to change the rules and do this and do that. It's like, Jesus, let them play.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to that?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty ballsy of them to reverse that call in New York.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
No doubt about that.
No
doubt about that.
The play happened, the touchdown, so I went and got a drink, and I'm coming back, and they're like, I saw the tight end's face, of him when they overturned it. It's like he couldn't believe it. It's like somebody stole his candy.
Right. It was just strange. What a weird game. All those games with New York's always just strange.
Oh, every year it seems, they're good for one tight one against the Jets every year.
Every year. They play it like it's their Super Bowl.
Yeah, typical, division games. I'm sure against like Buffalo and Miami, at least one of those will probably be close too.
Yeah, it should be.
Especially Miami down there.
I'm not totally, exactly. I don't think it's like a lost season by any stretch of imagination.
No, I think it's going to be very similar to like 01-ish when, it was Heartbreak City, Cardiac City. Every time, towards the end of the game, they'll have to make a stop or Brady will have to get a touchdown or something. I definitely don't think it's going to be easy at all this year.
Nope, it's going to be a grind right to the end.
Yeah, so just as long as they get better each week, both sides of the ball, special teams too. Just got to cut back those penalties.
Yep. I agree. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and hopefully Shea McClellan practiced today. He'll be eligible to come off the IR in a few weeks, so that should help at least on special teams and maybe a little on the defense. But like you said, see how it goes.
That's all you can do.
So, anything else you want to add tonight?
I think that covers everything.
Cool. So, again, everyone, thanks in advance for checking us out. Share it on Twitter or Facebook, wherever you see us. Definitely appreciate it. Intro, outro music by Kevin MacLeod. You can go to our website, www.diehardbostonsportsfans.com, and also check us out at the Postal Center in Lee, New Hampshire. Have a good one. Thanks.
See you later.